Well, good evening, everyone. It is August 12th, 2026, year of our Lord, and it's still summer in Florida. I'm melting, as is Fluno. And this week, our what we're going to talk about a little later is Carisms, because Fluno came up with a little zinger last week, and I was like, you know what? Let's actually see the jargon that car guys use and I went through. I out of the top of my head, I did 59. Like out of the top of my head, 59 of them. So Fluto, I mean, it's amazing how fast they keep coming to you, right?
It is amazing, and they're all wonderful. They're all wonderful.
Yeah. So, and this week I did a video, a follow up on the repo video, and people were watching it. Some people are getting it, some people aren't. That's fine. You're watching it though. And I did a follow up on mistakes people make, and people still make these mistakes buying classic cars. And literally that 300G was basically the whole inspiration for this, because that guy made more mistakes buying that car than you could ever fathom. I mean, he literally mistake after mistake after mistake, and it's just like, okay, sure, we'll do a video on that because people are still doing these things. And he made the biggest mistake is not having somebody that is mechanically inclined or knows those cars well look at the car. And so now he's paying thousands after he's paid thousands. It's great. So we got Sue, we got Two Diesel Larry, and we got Sue and Two Diesel Larry in the chat. How you doing, you guys? Nice to see you. So there really isn't. There's some old car news. I am going to talk about Woodward because I think next year I'm going to talk to my buddy. I think I may do that one next year. Mo Party, I may not do Mo Party next year. I may just do Woodward instead, because Woodward is just such a celebration of cars. Plus, it's cooler in Michigan in August. It's supposed to be in the low 80s.
Oh,
yeah, low 80s. I'm okay. I'm like down with low 80s at this point. It's friggin' hot outside. So, the other thing, I am now working on the front brakes of my Charger. That has been a friggin' chore. How about when I love old cars. This is so great about old cars. They're never done. I pull the front rotor, I pull the front caliper off. I pull the pins out. One of the pins is different. I'm going, why the hell did I do this? I must have been tired. I must have been rushing. I don't know. But I had a pin in that front caliper that doesn't belong in that car. It's too long. And I think that's what helped take that out. I actually, you know what's so funny? I went over in the drawer. I went, oh, hey, this is the right pin. Oh. Put it in the car. Yeah. So there I am.
It's kind of like ending up with parts when you're done. Like, maybe they weren't needed to begin with. We have a friend that you've never met that magically it always happens. Along with his rubber gloves ending up in the transmission case. Jesus. True story from years ago. Yes.
God. Yeah. So I was like, oh, and then I found out that EBC, when they send you brakes, they don't put them. You know how brake pads usually come in pairs, like the inside and outside are together.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that. They do both the insides and both the outsides. So I thought I had wrong brake pads.
Ah.
Because they're different on the inside and outside on a 72 Charger.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I've had a real trying week. It's been just an absolute trying week. I'm like, thank God I was in air conditioning. That's all I can say is thank God I was in air conditioning. So
I guess I could quality say hold my beer.
yeah, no kidding. So so I mean, and sooner or later I'll hear back about the 300G. I'm not giving any updates on the engine because we haven't heard back from the machine shop.
Okay.
Which is scaring the hell out of me at this point because he hasn't touched it. It's been there like 2 weeks. So I don't know what's going on because the guy would have contacted me immediately.
Ooh.
Oh, Sky, trust me, mechanics make mistakes all the time. It's just the varying degree of mistakes and how you actually recover from that absolute mistake. Because I've done it. Trust me, I've put stuff back together and went, I forgot to put this in. Oh, okay. Now I'm taking everything apart. Cool. Trust me. I've been there, done that. I've actually, yeah. Trust me. Yeah. So that's been fun, and yeah. So I'm just waiting now. It's like you literally it's like a month. It is literally like a little over a month till I go to Mo Party.
Nice.
I'm so excited. Oh yeah, and I welded stuff on my trailer. That I did that outside. That was so hot. Literally, I went out there at 9:00 in the morning. By 10:15, I was literally at the point where I was getting dizzy.
Yeah.
And all I was doing was welding. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I literally was just welding two pieces of steel together. Not even for a long time. Not even hot. And I was literally like dizzy. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go inside.
Yeah. And sometimes early in the morning, it feels worse than if you let it, like the humidity bake off. I don't know. That's me. Like it sounds crazy, but trying to get up early for yard work or whatever, I will start around 10 a.m. There you go. Exactly.
Duty's a Larry loves his extra parts. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Biggest mistake buying old car. I see a guy bought a 69 Z28, turned out to be a 6-cylinder. Oh my god.
How does that even happen?
I guess he bought it sight unseen.
Yeah.
I actually had somebody comment about that as one of the things. Like, I didn't even have. There's so many things that can go wrong when you buy a car that I limited it to 5. I mean, there is like, I could probably do like an hour of just the things that you can do wrong buying a classic car, and not having it, not doing it sight unseen, and not actually kicking, actually having somebody really look at it is a big problem.
Heck, you can do that with new cars too. Is the name for that? It's called Carvana.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and then you may or may not get a title.
That, and it's not really what the pictures are. And the cool vending machine. Yeah, we won't even get into that rabbit hole that I went down last week. And total scammy people, etc. Awful. Just it's almost borderline in a way, not in a way. It rhymes almost like it makes headlines, unlike First Brands. But it's almost similar where how much can we rip people off and do it in a round the way, but not super illegal. It's terrible, actually, how they do some of these magic tricks to rip people off with their purchases.
Well, I'm glad you kind of brought that up, because then let's look at this. Carvana, your quality car seller, has quietly bought several Stellantis dealerships. So this is quality built on quality at this point. And now sells new cars. So Carvana, they were on the brink of ruin, and somehow or the other, they are not anymore. And now they have bought, I think they're up to 5 or 6 Stellantis dealerships. They started with one in Casa Grande, Arizona. And now they have one in Avon Lake in the Cleveland area. And so now they have a bunch of new Stellantis cars, the CJDR franchises.
Which they won't sell either.
Well, yeah. But at least maybe get a title with these cars, unlike the ones you buy from Carvana, which you don't get a title with. I don't know how anybody can see this as good. This is bad. This is what bad is, because this is a really sketchy company, and them selling new cars, that's not a great thing. That's sketchy on the next level. Oh my God, Sue, your friend bought a Bronco with Carvana. Oh Christ. Oh boy, I'm so sorry.
Well, at least they have the 15-day return policy or whatever that is.
That's true. That's true, I guess. But yeah, so this has been going on, and so this is it is now the top sales in the nation, the one they have in Arizona. I wonder how they're doing that. Gee, Fluno, how do you think this Carvana place is selling so many CGDR cars? They went from 50 to 700 in a month. What do you think they're doing?
Well,
are they doing some sketchy financing?
Yes, sketchy financing, and or they could actually be buying the cars themselves and then selling them as used cars, because they technically title them under their own name. That's what a lot of dealerships will do at year-end clearance. They will buy out cars. This is back in the day, maybe not so much now with surplus, but if you had like 506s, 10s or whatever, 12s on the lot, the dealership would buy the cars from themselves, you might say, and now sell them as a used car because they've titled it even with 18 miles on the odometer. And it looks good on paper.
They a place like Carvana could do something like that, couldn't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would imagine they should, especially.
Don't forget, they just make a loan for themselves too. They're not paying cash. They'll just finance it through like FMCC would,
especially now with the CGDR cars, that don't sell, that lay on the lot for months. I mean, that's the perfect gig there because you have if you have 2025s on the lot, that would be a great way to start moving some tin. Yeah.
The more, that's I haven't thought about that in years actually, but that is actually what would happen nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, so that's right up their alley because that's something I could see them doing because they're already sketchy as hell. I mean, why not do that, man? I mean,
and who is Carvana technically? I don't want to use the word cahoots because I don't want to use like a generic term. They are basically one and the same with drive time. And what is drive time? A big bank.
See, this is something that most people don't know.
No,
I mean, you floored me with the drive time thing.
I slipped into this after watching some shorts on probably things we talk about, and I'm like, oh, what's this? And it was some finance channel, and I never knew any of this.
Yeah, actually, I think Carvana is their own. They're owned by the Garcia family.
Yes.
They're private. I guess they're privately owned.
Yes, and the dad shouldn't even be allowed to because he was convicted of some felony charges. But somehow magically, that's how it works now. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so it's all slick. It's all. Yeah. Oh wow!
It makes it's like car salesmanship on steroids, I guess. I mean,
oh my god!
Yeah. I never knew any of this, and I really didn't.
Hi, Autobot.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow. Wow. So
I already knew they were a little shady, but this really dragged me in.
That is shady on like levels I have never seen. Wow. Jesus. That is they are totally intertwined because I'm looking here on this on these two little here's what's this?
So they double, I won't swear. They double screw with people on. It's terrible. And here's even a worse part. They go after folks who really and I'm not being mean, tertiary lending, who
of course
finance with other people, who then can't make a payment potentially, and it just starts to spiral. And if the car comes back, we just do it again.
Oh, okay. So wait, I found an article. Oh my god. And this is not talked about. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this because this is insane. I love going down these rabbit holes.
I mean, when I got into this, it totally ruined my reptilian Rothschild stuff I was into.
It sounds that way. All right. Short selling research is renewing questions about how the online car seller's margins are generated across its retail operations, financing activity, and business belonging to the CEO's family. Recent short selling report from the Gotham Center, while focused on Carvana's usually high profitability and role of Garcia family-owned entities shaping its financial news, as Carvana's performance and unit economics continue to outpace competition, which we don't know how that's happening. The underlying operating performance, financial activity, and intercompany arrangements have raised questions. Ernie Garcia III is CEO of Carvana, while his father, Ernie Garcia II, is founder of Drive Time.
Yeah.
It does financing. So the company has historically targeted a broad credit spectrum. That's a nice way of saying you're going for under 600 credit scores.
Yeah.
That's
challenge. We say in the business a challenge buyer. And I'm not being disrespectful. But wait, you would say that he's a challenge buyer.
So this is the person buying a Challenger 392.
Yeah,
credit score and
Telluride to come back.
includes subprime and near prime. Those also would be subprime.
Yeah.
Buyers only need $10,000 of annual income, regardless of credit.
That's coming back, as we say.
Christ.
That's going to come back.
God.
Yeah.
So the broader retail finance exits alongside Drive Time, they have Bridgecrest, a lending and servicing company affiliated with Drive Time, which administers auto loans for Carvana and packages those loans for sale to investors. Hey, that sounds familiar. It sounds like what they did to home mortgages in the early 2000s. Nothing went wrong there.
When it comes to car loans, and again, nothing I'm saying is being intentionally disrespectful, but the better sounding name, the lower we're going. Like if you're with Summit, Excalibur, what's another one, Crescent, it's magical. Unfortunately, they're going to, and it's hurting people who really shouldn't be getting hurt. That's what really makes it even worse.
Yeah. So they literally are, it's very incestuous. This is a super incestuous kind of thing going on here.
Yes.
And wow. See, the pointed at recent reports that have also pointed out debt issuance at Drive Time and other affiliates, as well as Carvana's reliance on loan sales, securitization, and non-GAAP metrics.
That's another thing, though. They sell the loans to the big companies like mortgage companies do. They do that as well.
Yeah, and that worked out so well for 2008. I mean, that literally was such a great thing that happened then. So Carvana is now a major owner of Chrysler, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram dealerships, and they're wondering how they're selling 700 cars a month. I guess I know how now.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is
think
insane.
Of that payment.
Yeah, they literally do the payment thing where they do the math, where they just kind of move the numbers around.
Yeah, and you have here's not to jump the gun, but you have a keystroke error a lot when this is going on. A lot of keystroke errors. Okay.
You're saying they may be making a mistake,
Absolutely.
flub, a flub.
I will not confirm or deny that. I never saw that even happen at Ford in good times. Yeah.
Diesel Larry, it's like ninja loans, no income, no job. Yeah, literally, this is literally their whole thing.
Yes. Yeah.
This is not a very upfront company, and I've been reading that a lot of subprime lenders are now starting to have trouble because, I mean, you're not really dealing with people that are financially secure. I mean, how much longer can they keep spinning this bottle around? This is the thing I'm trying to figure out. And shame on Stellantis for letting these people in the door. Yeah. I mean, I know you're desperate, but God, I mean, seriously, have some scruples.
Just a little history here. I mean, back in the day, I always say that because things really are radically different. Back in the day, like great credit on a new car was about 6.8%. Oh, and no 2%ers. A used car was average about 8 to 9%. That's how normal buying other people's money worked. And even I remember, Brandon Ford, they had no tertiary. Their secondaries were limited to like AmeriCredit, Summit, a couple of those places, but very limited. And it was really more about folks who had gone through some traumatic credit stuff, not income. So they had to prove income. You had all the steps, okay? And you walked away with still like 17%, 18% interest, but you were still qualified. Like, hey, let's get you back up to speed, and refinance you in 3 years because now you rebuilt it. It's actually, they weren't giving away the store, and now it seems like no holds bars on this.
Yeah, no, the whole credit thing with cars is just like credit with everything else. Yeah. It's absolutely loony at this point. And in this country, it absolutely makes no sense. And there are people, when I have those two videos, the repo one and the one about the mistakes, there are people who still don't believe that there are people financing classic cars. And like, then somebody brought up, we could do it even longer. That's even more insane to do 180 month loan on a car.
I mean, we're in the wrong business.
Obviously,
I hate to say it. If there's this many people doing this, look, I have ethics, but I mean, you want to sign this line?
I mean, that is a mortgage. 100. That is a 15-year mortgage. And you're doing it on a car. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know how much interest you're going to pay? I don't care what the interest rate is. The interest you're going to pay on that is going to be almost a third of that car. Easily a third of that car, maybe a little bit more.
Wow.
I'm flabbergasted at this point, but Carvana, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was fun.
Wow. Yeah. All right, let's get into some other little news here because, all right, we're going to continue on First Brands because, I have to because I've been following this. So First Brands is still a mess. We are now in the middle of August. They still have not had the trials yet. They are still saying they're restructuring, where all they have left is 2 brands. They've sold everything else. So now their big thing is to sue. They need the judge to allow them to sue the 2 brothers to try to recoup money to do something with First Brands. So this is all that's going on right now. They are literally just asking now to see if they can sue, them. Otherwise, it's going to get to a full Chapter 7, which it already seems like it's already there, considering you've sold off everything at this point, except for oh my God, I can't think of the name of it all of a sudden. They did the remanufacturing of parts.
Rebestos?
No, they just sold them off.
Okay. Oh, to China, right?
Yeah, to China. They did it to China. Yeah, but I mean, they honestly are a massive. It's a massive issue, but there's nothing happening, and the trial hasn't started yet. So
they can call themselves two brands.
Yeah, I mean they're literally at the point where there's nothing under the sun happening, and it's kind of scary to see that there's no light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, we're coming up on a year now. Yeah. Next month will be a year since they did their bankruptcy. The end of September is a year, and we are still not we're still not at anywhere near a finish line on this. And Cardone, it's Cardone. I totally flaked out on that, but Cardone is still idle, and you don't realize how much you miss that company until you need parts, and you realize you can't get any parts. And all I went and looked for brake pads for my Charger. Do you know how hard it was to find brake pads for my Charger? Because of all the companies that weren't making brake pads. I had to go on what is it? Not carparts.com, the other one.
Rock Auto?
Rock Auto. I went on Rock Auto to get brake pads because Advanced didn't have any. Napa didn't have any. AutoZone didn't have any. And O'Reilly had a set of organic brake pads, which I'm like, organic? I mean, can we just have semi-metallic at this point? Right. So it's been very bad, and it's not getting any better. And like I said, I bought one of the last 6 brake rotors at Summit for my car. There's only 5 of them left now. You can check on there. There's only 5. And O'Reilly has a brake rotor for my car. It's $222. Yeah, for one rotor.
Wow.
But they have organic brake pads. I'm Healthy. Things are very bad. And this is why I was talking about a lot of the whole economics around old cars is much worse than it was when I did my video on restoring a car in 2024, because now all the little parts, all the dinky shit is now going to just eat your budget up, because say you need all new brakes on the car. That used to be maybe a couple $100 for everything.
Right. Yeah.
Now you could be dropping close to $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Just in disposable stuff.
Right.
stuff that can be just consumed, all consumables. And that is really where we are. I mean, this is the insanity we have right now. And First Brands is really at the center of that, which is not good. So, yeah, there we are with that. I mean, it's just it's not a good situation. So, actually, let's talk about something kind of better though. A little spice it up a little bit. So, here we are. This is the week for this. This is the Woodward Dream Cruise. Talking about last week. Nice. Woodward Dream Cruise is probably one of the greatest moving car shows you'll ever see in your entire life. I am working hard to go get. I'm probably going to do this next year because this year I'm going to Mo Party, but I may be tired of it by then. This is just so super cool because this literally is on. I wonder if they have a map. This literally is restaurant and hotel. This has like every town. Here it is. Here's the map. It goes from Pontiac, Michigan to Ferndale, all down Woodward Avenue.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
You go through all these different towns, and every city has something. Now, there's official stuff Friday and Saturday, but like there's stuff going on tonight, and there's going to be stuff going on tomorrow night. And it's just a really giant party. And it goes basically most of the week, and all this week you'll see like old cars like this parked along there, be driving down the street, and they'll have like a whole thing going on. So they have all the cities have their own little cruise, like the Friday night. These are all official things, but there are unofficial things going to happen too. So Friday again, the Cruise Fest Classic Car Parade. Then like a whole street concert movie, other activities on 12 Mile, city of Birmingham, which is really a pretty place. You have a cruise event all day on Saturday, classic car show, Ferndale. Look at all the stuff going on in Ferndale.
Yeah.
All day long.
How long is it? It's a 3-day weekend? Is that what it is?
It's like 2 days, but it started like yesterday.
Okay.
It goes on for a while because they literally have just so many people come that stuff gets just set up. And if you're part of any of the car clubs, you can find that. And there's lots of you're parking in different areas. And you basically, the big thing is the major manufacturers will have cars at this event. Like this is where when the Thunderbird got re-released in 2000?
2005.
Okay, was it 2003?
03, I think. 03.
Okay, I saw the prototypes before they came out at Woodward. I was up there for work, and we were in the middle of the Woodward Dream Cruise, and they actually had 6 of them drive down the road, pre-production cars.
Huh.
Ford just brought them out. So you will see anything pre-production will be in this because this is like a whole thing. Why aren't I going, Sue? Because I'm already committed to 2 weeks. 2 weeks of being in Kentucky, and I'm already my budget is already pretty stretched because I'm going to 2 car shows, and I'm driving 1,600 miles at $4 a gallon.
Oh.
So yeah, that's why. And this is 9 hours from 8 hours from my friend's house in Kentucky. So this is literally you do this one or the other. I physically can't do both. My town does that. It's every Saturday. 2 weeks ago, Mr. M brought a car for everyone, and you go ooh and ah. Yeah, we don't really in Florida. We don't do much. Come down to our car show. But aren't you in New York? I don't know if I'm allowed to go to New York. I'd love to go, but I don't know if I'm allowed. But yeah, so this is actually something really, if you're a car guy, this is something you really should have on a calendar to do at least once. And just going there is not really cool. It's not as great as actually having a car there. Yeah. Because a car there is like a whole thing. I mean, it is literally, they have like, they have it all like a history from 1995. It is now 31 years they've been doing this. I mean, this is like a whole thing. And Woodward, see, the significance of Woodward Avenue is that Woodward is where all the big 3 used to test They're muscle
I was about
cars.
to bring that up, actually. Wasn't there an ad by Pontiac that showed the street sign in the background?
Yes. DeLorean actually got caught with a prototype GTO on Woodward. Like, he took this car out and was brought and had kids looking at it. This is before it was actually released.
Right.
And he was drag racing him.
Yeah.
And he was drag racing him with the car. And they gave him a whole like, you know, he would go, and actually the Chrysler had their engineers in 67. They had in 67 to about 70. They had the Silver Bullet. It was a 1967 GTX, the most modified Mopar ever. They literally, this thing had sight pipes on it. It had a full built race Hemi in it. It had a full built race transmission. It had a Dana with like 433s in it. And they used to drag race kids to test their stuff out. Like, amazing. Before it got released, before it was used for NASCAR, before it was used for drag racing, before it was sold to the public. They were out. They would actually take the car out at night, sneak the car out of the proving grounds in Auburn Hills, go down Woodward and drag race people. And this car was fast. I mean, this was seriously a scary fast car.
Yeah.
And nobody knew who really had it. It was after the fact that you found out that the Silver Bullet was actually owned by Chrysler engineers. So they literally you know, did this on the Chrysler engineers were literally the craziest of the crazies. So they made this car. Actually, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you this thing. It's just insane. So we'll just share this. We'll go on a little tangent. I like these types of tangents because look, this is the Silver Bullet. Dang. I mean, you talk about just something that's like, oh, okay, this thing has a race engine in it. I mean, so people would roll up next to this car and like, okay, we'll run, and
that's
and then,
funny.
Look, that's a race Hemi. That is a magnesium intake manifold on this car. All under the car is all redone. Like, it had jumps on it. It had reinforcements. This car was literally, look at that. That is race car stuff going on. And they would go around, and you see it was originally a black car, and they just painted it silver to kind of make it kind of look. So this car also had a fiberglass front end, no interior, and it had a 3-speed automatic in it. It said to run 10-second quarter mile.
Wow.
10 seconds in the 60s is insane for something you would drive on the street.
So there it is. Today, it could be today the Scat Pack or whatever that.
It can actually crush the new.
I had to throw it in there. Look at that! Wow.
That is a Chrysler engineer's car. They literally had that hidden. That was their skunk works. See the dumps? Look, and I mean, those are like Mickey Thompsons in the back that are basically barely fitting in there.
Yeah.
And then had drag wheels up front. And then look at the size of the oil pan. It's like an 11-quart oil pan on this car. Yeah, so I mean, it had ram air. I mean, these guys were absolutely just. This is how they did research and development back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Everything about this car is insane. There's nothing even rational about this car. But this is Chrysler. I mean, and these magnesium intakes they're like $3,000 to $5,000 now. I know someone that has several of these, but they are high flow and they weigh nothing compared to a aluminum. They weigh like half of what an aluminum does, and they don't get hot, and they keep the charge cool. And I think those are two. I think they're either 850s or 900s. Two of them on this car. Everything about this car is pure insanity. So yeah, and I mean, and this was obviously a very new car, very new picture, and there you go, incinerating tires. So yeah, that is the silver bullet, which was absolutely a car of legend that nobody knew who owned that car because it was Chrysler engineers doing it on the QT at night.
That's great.
But that was a big thing back then. They would where is it now? A private collector, I think, owns the car. They found it and restored it. But yeah, and he had all the engineers when he got the car. I remember he got the engineers to actually like go over stuff because they were still alive when he got it, and talk about what they did on the car because the car is crazy. I mean, if you really think about it, the tire technology they had back then, it ran 10 seconds on those. Even their drag slicks are garbage compared to our tires today. So now, I mean, that is crazy fast for back then. Oh yeah, let's see. Barry. Is Barry still talking about his looks like they hammered the corner panels out for the tile. They probably moved the rear end because Chrysler is really big about that. Because remember, they're the ones that created the funny car. And more than likely, they probably moved that rear end forward a little bit. Yeah, they did do some body work on that car. Yeah, because that's just the way it is. But yeah, everything about the car, is freaking craziness. I mean, it truly is craziness. So yeah, yeah, and it does go down the Dream Cruise. So this car you can actually see this car on Woodward still because the guy still brings it to there because that's where the car. That's how the car, made its mark. So that's how it goes out there. Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, Chrysler was very big into redoing geometry on cars. Wow. Thank you for the jewels there. Happy poop. Yeah, I got jewels now. Let's see. Where is? Let's see. I thought I saw something from our friend from down under. I don't see our friend from down under. I thought I saw. Where? No, that's our Canadian friend.
No,
Barracuda.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh yeah, there's Barracuda. How you doing, Barracuda? I actually watched. Barracuda sent me a video of the Bathurst race in 1971. The Bathurst is 12 hours of Bathurst. It is absolutely one of the most insane things you'll ever see because they literally were back then, especially they ran on public roads with really not a lot of like safety. Yeah, that was kind of secondary.
No.
And it was fascinating because they all the manufacturers, it was just like here, the manufacturers really went out of their way to try to win that. Like Ford was bringing everything to try to win that race, and then Chrysler was bring because they had their whole division, and that was kind of a thing that especially with the Charger that they really needed to do well in, and of course General Motors Holden division was trying to also get a big foothold there. So to win Bathurst was like that was like a thing, but it was one of the most. They still have it. It's still a grueling race. Because it's up and down hills. It's still on public roads, and it's not. It's crazy. I mean, but then again, I expect nothing less from Australian motorsports, because Australian V8s, V8 cars. That's insane racing. Oh, hey, it's Ed Rooney. Hello. Yeah. So, I just absolutely, I loved every second. I watched it. It was absolutely phenomenal racing. Very phenomenal racing. So let's get into something a little more bizarre, a little more modern, a little more like, this is literally one of those moments in life where you go, why? Really? I mean, we go, why? Because we're going to introduce the Ford Fathom. It's an electric appliance from Ford, allegedly being a pickup truck. I don't know what you do with this. It's called the Fathom. It says under 30, but it will be over $30,000 with shipping and all the other small stuff. It is 2 battery options, large screen because you need big screens in them. So there it is with it's kind of a bed. This is comical. And to call it the Fathom is insane. This actually relates down to when Ford named the Probe.
Right. Yeah.
Because the Probe was a car aimed at women. And that really isn't a great connotation. It's not a good selling point to say, hey, want me to get you a Probe? It doesn't work real well. And then naming this thing the Fathom, because I can't ever fathom owning one.
Buying it, right.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfathomable. I mean, this is why I always can't believe how stupid car companies truly are. Car companies are literally the greatest group of stupid people you would ever meet. Ford lost $20 billion on electric appliances. Mm-hmm. So let's just make a cheaper electric appliance that I know they're losing money on because there's no way you're making money at 30 grand on this thing. I don't care what you do. I don't understand them. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. You literally gave away the small car market to Hyundai. You just gave it away to them. And you gave away the small SUV market to Toyota because they've absolutely just crushed that. And all you have is the Mustang and F-150s and F-250s. You have F-Series. And you spend resources. They spent a lot of resources. And you come out with something called the Fathom. 20 Cent, they are serious about making electric cars. They're just incompetent at doing it. I mean, without getting government subsidies and without getting subsidies from other companies like Tesla does, that's how they make money. And that gravy train's running out, and that's why they're rolling it in with the rockets to hide the bad financials. The Barracuda. Yeah, most appealing thing about Bathurst is that it's on a hill, which is quite unusual. It's called Mount Panorama, and that's the thing. It's up and downhill. It's insane. Cool. It's like a mountain climb.
Wow.
Craziness. But yeah, they are serious about it. They're so serious that they're actually pissing away billions of dollars that you could use to build cars.
Right. Cars that actually sell. You know, it's interesting because, like, you know, with Hyundai, they had the Ioniq line, this and that. But even like when last time I was getting my oil change, the whole experience section they had somehow has been replaced now with like the Santa Fe, the Kona, this, and the Elantra. And the experience signage is all still there, but the Ioniqs aren't inside. It's like, okay, cool. They have a little sidebar. You want it. That's fine. The 5, I guess, is the most popular one. And another rabbit hole I've gone down is that Fireman's electrical engineers channel of all the appliance fires. Yeah, that's really scary stuff. I won't.
What's that channel again?
It's Stashed. It's great. He's got the big mustache.
Yeah, Stashed.
Yeah.
Everybody out there,
the battery
the channel Stashed.
Yeah. And if y'all look at it, you're thinking this is really dangerous stuff. I mean, you had started a long time ago by bringing up thermal runaway, and I thought it was just, the fire is getting bigger and bigger. I never knew what that meant, and I went into that, and he popped up somehow again, kind of like Carvana, and I've been enthralled in a bad way of just how disturbing these vehicles just sitting around. And he has tons of videos on it, all sorts. The shipment of these batteries, this and this, and ICE engines can catch on fire too. They can also be put out. This is just absolutely disturbing. And no one talks about this. No one teaches the safety. And that's what he said. Look, folks, I'll train you on safe handling. These are sometimes they will be catastrophic if not handled properly. So why Ford is doing this makes no sense again at all.
Yeah, because they're insane. I mean, I don't know, because remember they're not really in it to do stuff for you.
No.
They're in it to do, to make their investors, their activist investors happy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like literally. So this is the guy. Well, I'm going to show. It's going to show the guy's channel because this is good stuff.
Very good stuff.
So here he is. It's called Stash Detraining. There's the stash, but this is on 3,200 pounds of lithium ion battery catches fire in I-70, and all right, that is a lithium ion fire that's not going out. Nope. That's going to stay on for days. Look at that thing. I mean, it's burning so hot, it's just melting. It's melting.
The roadway shut down, the fumes, the toxins. He goes into all this information.
Yeah, that smoke doesn't look healthy.
No.
And the firemen are just basically doing stuff to keep the surrounding stuff from catching fire. They're just literally not doing any. They can't do anything.
No.
Yeah, this is some dangerous stuff, and literally, so he goes into the whole thing of how bad this is, how this is toxic, how the firemen just basically have no way to do anything. They're literally just sitting there. They're passengers. Oh my God! So this is like probably days later.
Leaking out of the roadways.
Look at that! It actually completely melted it. Oh my God! And it's like much later in the day, and it burnt it all down. So this is literally the type of stuff that you have with these electric appliances. And that's why I hate them. I honestly, truly hate them. They are not a step forward. They are a dangerous, dangerous thing. And if you don't understand how dangerous they are, you watch this guy's channel, Stash Detraining, because honestly, he goes into absolutely insane detail because he's a fireman.
And he's an expert. He's an electrical engineer and a battery expert. So he's not doing it to trash or this and that. And he offers, what's another thing he talks about. And like I said, I went down this rabbit hole as well. But especially all these shops that the car is already in there, it catches on fire. That your first instinct is to grab a fire extinguisher that puts out electrical fires. Doesn't work. The initial blast of just carbon monoxide alone literally has white people. I mean, and it's really, really scary. And no one wants to.
I know this. I'm familiar with this case. So I have a work acquaintance whose son and friend died in a Tesla crash in Fort Lauderdale. And this is a whole big lawsuit, actually. Firefighters let the car burn because the water wouldn't help. And they were trapped inside.
That's the other thing. They were trapped. They couldn't
find the relief. You get trapped inside because everything stops working. And then it's a horrible, I mean, it's one of the most horrible ways to go. I mean, that is a horrible way to go. 20 motor, electric car is 125-year-old failure. Yes, it is. Yeah. Regulations. Well, the thing is, the people forcing this don't care about regulations. They really don't. You realize that the F-150 Lightning weighs 9,000 pounds. That is and our barriers on our roadway cannot stop that. Those guardrail can't stop that vehicle. It will go through a guardrail because they're not made for that low center of gravity and that much weight. It will literally punch right through it. And if you get hit by one, God help you, because you're getting hit by a battering ram at that point.
Right. With these batteries that could just start to fail.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, randomly, because they're talking about a Silverado that's sitting in a driveway, caught it fire, and it just started burning.
That's the first video I watched, and after it was out, we'll say the firemen had to sit there for 4 hours, and they were on vacation. Thank God they weren't inside the garage, but the people were actually, and it was just sitting there.
Sitting there.
And yes, the firemen had to hang around for about 4 hours just to make sure.
Wow. Ed Rooney, did you see the lady that drove her Tesla into a pond and people didn't want to help her because they thought you can get electrocuted because electricity and water is a very bad combination. And the other problem is you have to worry about it catching fire because these batteries, if they get damaged in any way, you get a spontaneous. There's a channel and you guys look it up. There's a channel that actually did an experiment on thermal runaway, and they tried all different things, and it wasn't a lot. And the battery, once it started, game on. And they put it in a full concrete room and had nothing else in it except what the stuff that it was on, and it actually destroyed a metal table. It like these were AA batteries. There was a pack of AA batteries, and it literally ate the table. And I'm like going, I don't want that anywhere near me. So this is and they don't make money. It's all virtual signaling. It's all feel goods. It's all feel goods. And honestly, there's what?
No one's gonna buy these.
No.
Or there might be a maybe it could be positive and a little rush, and then it's done. Just like Tesla, it's maxed out. There's no new buyers into it.
Yeah, there's the same 5% that it's just basically a giant circle jerk. It's not really, it's not the technology of the future. It wasn't the technology of the future in 1900, because that's when the electric car started, and people went, yeah, this isn't that good. And now it's just just a literally, it's this technology that's a step backwards, because now you have an umbilical cord keeping you close to everything, because you can't go that far away from anything, because you can't do anything. And in Florida, you're an imbecile if you own one of these, because if you have a hurricane, you're done. You're not driving anywhere. You're not going anywhere, because there's a thing, we have no power.
Right.
And I don't know if you want to waste your generator power
on your
car when you probably could use it to keep your refrigerator running, because it's kind of more important to keep your refrigerator running than power your electric appliance.
And I know we talk about it a lot, which is great. And like I've often said, alternative fuels, I'm all for that. But why haven't we focused on natural gas, propane? And they've experimented. Hydrogen. There is technology to use a sustainable. There's enough methane we create. It burns. Just work on this.
Even better, synthetic gasoline.
There we go.
It's a real thing. People look it up.
It is.
Porsche is doing it. Ferrari is doing it. They actually are making synthetic gasoline. Right now, it's like $15 a gallon or something, $10 to $15 a gallon. But if you bring it up to scale, and it actually uses small processing plants, you can literally make gasoline for pennies, because it takes the hydrogen out of the air, because our air has a lot of hydrogen in it, because that's what part of water is. There's H2O. There's 2 hydrogens for every oxygen. So you have a lot of hydrogen, and it makes a pure fuel that really burns like natural gas, because natural gas is just a pure hydrocarbon. And there's really not a lot of excess from it. That's why natural gas burns so it's very clean. Yeah. So these are things like the solutions that make sense, but people can't profit on it, so we don't have that.
Right.
And there's just a lot of, it's just like AI, because AI right now, it's a big thing, but basically the money is a circle jerk in that too. It just goes around from one company to another, and it's really, it's really more for the military industrial complex than us. So I know you want to make your dog dance and play the piano, but that's not why they're doing it.
Exactly.
So So oh, hey, Tony Imperial's here. Hey, how you doing? Cool. So speaking of stupid companies that lost $32 billion on EVs, let us introduce the newest Chrysler product that is coming out for 2028. So it's over a year away. So things can change, but we're going to talk about the budget conscious Chrysler, the Airflow, that looks so much like a Kia that it's actually kind of scary. I like how Motor Trend is so pathetic now. A long awaited crossover. Is anybody waiting for this car?
No.
Seriously, is anybody waiting for this car?
No.
In contrast to the new Dodge Hornet replacement, the GLH, which is the same thing, which is goes like hell, which is
They're
embarrassing.
calling it the GLH.
They are there.
Right.
They have no new ideas. We'll talk about their no new ideas a little later. So it's going to start less than $40,000. And look, hey, wow, there's an ad here, and look at that. That looks almost like it. It's so So this was originally supposed to be an electric appliance that Chrissy Fuel didn't know anything about. It was in 2022, and now it just kind of like they took a Fiat and they threw some badging on it, and they're going to call it a Chrysler. It's a front-wheel drive SUV built on the STLA platform, which is what the Charger's built on, used by all Stellantis brands. So it's just basically a rebrand. Mid-size to mid-size SUVs, designed to shorten the time needed to reach the marketplace. So basically, they took badge engineering to a next level.
Yeah,
that's all this is badge engineering, and so this is going to have all the quality of a Fiat with the quality of a Chrysler. Mix of powertrains. But still, it's going to have the Huracan 4, which I heard they're having a lot of trouble with trying to turn the wick up on it. They're blowing them up in pre-production. So the GLH may be in trouble. It may be delayed. And remember, this thing is over a year away. Yeah. So a lot of things is and it's going to integrate the STLA brain electronics and software architecture to manage everything. So once again, Italians and French doing electronics. This is usually not a good combination. So so nothing to look forward to from Chrysler nor Dodge.
No.
How you doing? Yeah, I know. So, yeah. Well, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time at this point. I think we need to dive in to the deep end of the pool.
Ask
we have to.
Spectre has a question. That's actually a very good question. Actually,
let me see. Where is it? Oh,
yeah.
All right, badge engineering. All right, General Motors was the king of this. Badge engineering is basically you build one car, and then you just change the grille and the taillights and maybe some of the interior stuff, and slap a different name on it. Different car.
And convince people it's different.
Yeah, they could try to say it's a different car. General Motors did this in the late 80s with all their mid-sized cars, the Cutlass, the Cadillac Seville, what was the Oldsmobile Cutlass,
did it with
the
everything.
the Buick Century,
right? Yeah,
and then
Sabre, you name it, whatever their platform was, they all look. You can pull up that picture from Fortune magazine. I think it was like '84. All the cars look. And people defended saying, "Oh, it's just a roof line. There's all sorts of differences." No, it really isn't.
Pontiac 6000. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, literally. So basically,
the 6000 and the Celebrity right there.
It's basically all cars that are the same, except they change the grille and the taillights and some of the stuff on the inside, and then they put new badges on it. But everything underneath the car is the same. The engine's the same. The wheelbase is the same. The materials it's made of. It's made on the same production line. Like literally, there's no difference. Yeah, the Crown Vic, sadly, the Crown Vic and the Grand Marquis, same. That was badge engineering. The Grand Marquis had more sound deadening in it and a nicer interior. I mean, that's literally
what's sad about that. It wasn't actually. Yes, they were the basic platform, etc. But that didn't really happen until the 80s, because you had
yes, that's true.
Like that guy Adam on Rare Classic Cars. I mean, he loves like the Marquis and all that. They were enough difference to say, okay, here's your basics. Like technically, the 1970 Lincoln is the Mercury and the Ford, but they made enough changes to really make it a difference altogether.
Right.
But before 70, Lincoln was not. It's literally its own car.
Yes.
But then it became what he's talking about, the quintessential look of the same darn thing, except for some other features.
Yeah, exactly. It was the same car, except you just threw a different name on it, and it's a different car now.
And they still do it today.
Kia and Hyundai. I mean, they're sister companies.
Yeah.
So they do it, but Stellantis is the biggest culprit now, that we can actually really talk about. That company's really horrific at doing it, because that's basically their entire market is badge engineering, because they make one type of car. Like the Charger is based on the same platform as the Cherokee. I mean, I'm not kidding. I wish I was, but that's why it can't have a V8 in it. It's just not going to happen, because the platform doesn't accept V8s. It can't. Yeah. All right. Chrysler took it to a new level. Plymouth and Dodge Neon. Yeah. Oh, by the late 90s. Oh my God. You talk about incompetent. They didn't even use a different badge. No, it was the same car. Yeah. It literally was the Plymouth Neon, the Dodge Neon. That's because you had gross incompetence at the helm, and they had no idea what they were doing.
Heck, they didn't even change the name of the model.
No. Neon should have just been a Plymouth and been cheap. Yeah. And that would have literally been a lot smarter than what they did, because what they did was stupid. Yeah. You realize that the Prowler actually became a Chrysler.
Yes.
It was a Plymouth Prowler, then Plymouth went away, and they said, "Oh, we still got the car. Okay, we'll make it a Chrysler now." Show some respect for the espresso. Yeah, that's right. It was the Eagle Talon. Oh my God, we can go the Cadillac Cavalier. Yeah, that was the Cimarron.
Yeah,
that was really the beginning of the end of General Motors when they did the Cimarron.
Oh,
that car was the low light of existence.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's get back to track here.
Now, before you're doing that, I will say one thing. If you look at the 59 General Motor cars, because they had to completely revamp everything after they caught wind of what Chrysler was doing, and the 58s were all doughy, they only now had this budget. If you look at 59 General Motors, now, yes, the styling is very different, but all the front doors, whether it be if it's 4-door or 2-door, those are the same, I believe. The windscreen, the A-pillar, a lot of the wraparound, and even Cadillac, a 59 Cadillac, a 59 Buick with that wraparound, that is literally the first, I would say, big example and a very light example of badge engineering, because they had to do that. And yes, there was enough differences in the styling to not notice it, like the interiors, etc. But that's when they thought, hey, we can do this more often. And unfortunately, by the early 80s, all bets were off. But that is
they went way overboard.
Example of the badge engineering of where they said, "Oh, we got to fix all this. How do we do it on the cheap?"
Yeah, well, that's how they.
Yes,
that's General Motors for you, because they basically have dug themselves holes by just not doing things, smart. Oh, okay. Let's see. Share this tab instead. All right, it's time. We're an hour in. It's time. Okay, so another week, another update on the worst selling car in Dodge history. Yeah, let's take a look at how things have improved with the 2027s coming out that are the same as the 2026, except they throw another color in there. I mean, that's literally
for free.
No, you pay for it.
Of course not.
You pay for it. No, come on, give me a break here. So let's remove this, and then we'll add. We'll go back at this. There we go. So this is last week. They had 10,900 available vehicles that's shipping, being manufactured. They're only manufacturing about 80 a week, because honestly, you can't really manufacture anymore, because you'll have what you have here of 10,640 Chargers on the lot. The $45,790 car is still there. That's not $45,790. It's still on the lot, still not selling. This car has been on there a while. It's going to start getting rot lot pretty soon. Good stuff there. And So then let's take a look this week. We're down to 10,424, 10,736 available. So we have sold like 240 in the past week. Don't get all excited and make a mess all over your screen, because honestly, they have sold the equivalent of less than 20,000 a year. Actually, it's like 15,000.
Yeah.
They're on pace to sell 15,000 of these things. The Hornet got pulled by only selling 30,000 cars a year. This is literally a disaster, and it's amazing because there's two channels. I'm just going to name them now. It's the Butter Insider and TK's Garage. These two guys, literally, I don't know what they're getting in sponsorship from Dodge or Stellantis, but dudes, it's not worth it, because you're kind of a joke now. You guys are kind of a joke, and stop. Just stop. This is not a car company for that hill to die on.
Right.
This car company is a bad car company that has no idea what they're doing. They're trying to push a car no one wants. I've never seen a car get released and have such little excitement. I mean, more people got excited for the Honda Civic getting released than this thing. I mean, literally, it was night and day. Night and day. I mean, this is even the Acura friggin' had more excitement. The Integra had more excitement than this car.
The Sentra has more excitement than this car.
This car is flatlined. It's just, I mean, you still have 10,000 cars from last year on the lot, and you're releasing 27s on the lot, which if you're a salesman, I don't know what you do at this point. I don't know. But this car is not selling. I looked down a lot of cars. They're just not selling. These are cheap ones, and they're not selling. So if you have that situation, Fluna, what would you do if you have this car that's just an absolute turd, and it is, soaking
up the floor plan?
Yeah, I mean, what would you? I mean, what would if you're a brain trust, what would you do if you have a car that's a turd, and it's because it's expensive? It's also expensive to insure. It doesn't really meet any market because it's a Temu BMW.
It's time to cut losses, lick the wounds, and think what more. I mean, what new? Well, we can't have new ideas because obviously they're not going to have anything.
They don't have any new ideas, and I'll show that in a minute.
But I really don't have any. I mean, I know what again, look, people have made mistakes in the car world. I mean, whether it be the funky Valiants or the Edsel or whatever. I mean, look, there's been failures out there. The original Airflow, sadly, but it was a worthy attempt. Okay. There was other cars to back it up as well. Like, oh, okay, we'll have to eat this and hopefully we'll regain. But there's nothing to regain this loss. And so where do they start? What do they come up with? Like, the Neon at this point would be a great idea to bring back.
Actually, the Neon would sell because you'd have something that would be like under $30,000.
Everyone knows that. Even youngsters know that name, for better or for worse. Hell, they could call it the PT Cruiser even as a joke. I guarantee, I'm not going to be funny, but really, it would be more of kind of like an homage. I don't know how to say it, but even if it doesn't look like the PT Cruiser, they know the name, and we can have fun with it. And the Neon is a better idea, for the record. But I mean, Chevy brings back names all the time, but that's what you have to
20 Cent
reinvent what they're doing.
20 Cent is saying that TK's taking some time off. I think I would too, because I would need to take a Silkwood level shower after being around these people, because they're nothing but shysters. They're snake oil salesmen. So I mean, it is just ridiculous at this point. Yeah, exactly. You can only push a piece of spaghetti uphill so far. Yeah. Give it to Cars for Kids. I have that little kid in the commercial. Maybe that'll help. So this is their genius idea. Now you have a car that isn't selling at 40 in the upper 40s discounted. Right. It's not selling. So what the idea, you came out with some ideas there, Fluno.
Yeah.
But this is not what they're doing. They are doing this instead. They came out with, this is Matt McAleer, the destroyer of brands, Matt McAleer destroyed Jeep. Now, never forget, he is the reason Jeep went from 800,000 sales a year to 400,000. He cut Jeep sales in half. Good going, Matt. And he fails upwards. He is now the head of Dodge and Chrysler, and you see what Chrysler's coming out with. So Matt, now they came out with a new idea. Their great idea to save Dodge, a 600 horsepower Charger that they called the Superee. I have so many problems with this. It's not funny. This car is going to be between $70,000 and $80,000, and it's 600 horsepower. So now, you're looking at an insurance bill that, if you're not really well off, you're not paying. 600 horsepower. Now you're in next level. You're in Corvette number territory of expense, because my insurance for me would probably be $5,000 a year on this car. Easy. I mean, it is literally not a smart idea. So they had a big thing at what the hell is it? Hot August Nights, I think it is. And they released this car, and it has been mocked online. The Temu BMW has been mocked. I literally went out, and I actually posted the other day actually, I got to find it. Let me go. I'll find it, because this is absolutely and utterly hilarious, because people said this as soon as they heard the car. They literally said this about it. It actually sounded like an electric lawnmower or a cordless vacuum. That is how unimpressive this Superee is.
Wow.
And the other problem I have with this car, besides it being extremely expensive and totally not what the car brand needs, is that the Superee died in 1971, because that was the last B body that was a Superee. Superee was created in 1968 as a response to the Roadrunner, and they had no idea what the hell to name it. So they're going, why don't we just call it the Superee, because it's a Superee body, because that was the mid-size car.
Interesting.
And this is not a B body. This is an STLA body, and it's not the STLA, Super STLA. So they gave you some badging. They gave you some wheels. They gave you some more cooling. So when the motor blows up, at least they can claim no responsibility. They gave you this really stupid paint treatment on the car. And they gave you Temu BMW at $80,000. So the McAleer opened up as future a Charger. There is no future for this car. At GLH, and the Dodge is planned for SRT. This is more than a 600 horsepower Charger. Really? What is it then? It has better aerodynamics and larger brakes. Okay, great. Cool. They are large cars. They are heavy cars. No doubt. We wanted to showcase what the platform with this wheelbase is capable of doing, and engineers turn the needle. So it's still heavy. It's still 5,000 pounds. But, why am I laughing? Because you should be. You should be laughing. You should be laughing. So they have heavy cars, and now it has this really, the front end is ridiculous looking.
That's terrible.
It's been mocked. I mean, I've never seen a car get mocked so hard on like Facebook and on YouTube. This car is getting mocked at this point. I don't think this is what they were going for, but they're getting mocked.
I mean, I'll be straight up. That looks like my Kona front end, but that's on a crossover. That looks so big. That doesn't make any sense.
Because they had to make more air for the cooling, because that inline 6 is already at 11, and you can't squeeze any more out of it without being scared of blowing it up. They're scared of this engine blowing up. That's why they had to put more cooling on it. They really are worried about this engine letting go. And the RT Coupe is at $52,000 with $2,000, so it's a $54,000 car. Yeah. And this is going to be literally $70,000 to $80,000 easily, because there's no pricing yet.
No.
They're making about genuine performance-oriented product. instead of simply filling a gap in the lineup. No, Dodge is not a performance division. I don't know where they're getting this idea from. Dodge is a family car division. You don't have a family car division. Stellantis in North America doesn't have any cars that are family cars. They have nothing except the minivan. Just everything about this is embarrassing. So they're not putting a V8 in there. So anybody you see online telling you there's a V8 coming, it's not happening. And the Hemi at this point is 20 years old. It is an antique. It is an antique engine. There's not much more you could do with that engine. So here we are, the embarrassment that is Stellantis, the embarrassment that is Dodge, the face of embarrassment, Matt McAleer. I mean, I honestly, they are at their last ditch. Yeah, but Tony, how's this an effort? You literally just said, hey, let's bring back the Superee for the 6th time. Okay, great. How's this going to increase sales? Because there are hundreds of people that are going to buy this car.
If that.
Hundreds. I mean, that's your market for this car. It's hundreds of people. Because at 80,000, now you're starting to get to the point where there are real performance cars you can buy that are better built. You could buy a Corvette for that much.
You can buy a Porsche for honestly, less. I mean, at least Cayman, but still.
Yeah, you wouldn't look like a douche. A Cayman, still, you buying a Porsche at least. At least you know it won't break.
No.
Yeah. Oh my God, Sigh Spectre. Let's play the ZZ Top song, Chartreuse. Yeah. No. Matt is the head of they give them plenty of autonomy, and that's been the whole thing that they've been talking about. And Kuniskis is the main driving force, which is the wrong guy for the wrong job. Tim Kuniskis is not a guy that should be running North America. He should be running your performance division and lock him in a room and leave him there and let people that know what the market wants, like somebody to actually get somebody from Hyundai and bring them to your company so you can actually market cars. Because I am so scared at this point that Dodge and Chrysler are going away. I mean, this is literally the last gasp before they just goes poof. And, I don't even know anymore.
You brought up ideas earlier. Quote Henry Ford, it's easier to sell 1 million things for $1 than one thing for $1 million, right? Okay.
Right.
And like I said, make a decent quality this and that, and we'll go a little bit higher. Be fair, 35-ish. Okay, because we know the pricing of cars is just it is what it is. I mean, heck, Corollas and Camrys, they're still affordable, technically speaking.
Right.
You can level them up and down. Accords and Civics, same thing. Elantra Sonata, opinions aside, whatever. And what's interesting you say about talking to Hyundai is I don't get them as much as I used to, but occasionally I'll get an email like, quarter in review or whatever, and upcoming ideas. And I literally watched this guy, and I watched the whole thing, and he talks about restyles and this, whether it be the Ioniqs or not, it doesn't matter. What they're building in South Carolina, what we have planned. They've never gone full electric for that main reason, okay? The spacing thing. And he really goes into depth of vision of what they see. And look, some things might not play out, but they're hedging. And it's really cool to watch because they actually have minds, the Asian mindset, okay, of, customer, satisfaction and honesty, et cetera, et cetera. And they're very transparent about what they're doing. And I think that's really cool. Here we don't see any of that at all. This is just ridiculous. Dude, again, back to the neon. Make it even now a little mini SUV, call it the neon, because it's all in vogue. Change it up. Make the Kia Soul neon. That thing still sells like hotcakes.
The thing is, that when Filosa came out, and we covered it. When Filosa came out with their whole plan, it was the most ambiguous bunch of garbage I've ever seen in my entire life. It was ambiguous. There was no plan for North America except trucks.
Right.
Trucks and Jeep. They're throwing all their money at trucks and Jeep. Jeep, they're throwing their money away because they're building Jeeps Jeep people don't want. And there isn't a market for it. Like there's no new people coming in. It's like it's like movies looking for a new audience. No, the audience is there. You have to make what they want.
Right.
And it's, they want to make money on one thing. Unfortunately, they own 4 brands in North America. You got to do better than this. And, the no support. Like when I go to Mo Party, I can guarantee I'll do a ride along on one of these things. And I'll guarantee it will be I'll do side by side with my Hellcat ride along. The Hellcat I was actually almost scared in. I mean, seriously, because it was actually terrifyingly fast. Driven by a professional driver, it was terrifyingly fast. And this thing, I have a feeling I'm not going to be that impressed, because I was riding a car that could run 11 second quarter miles. Actually, sub 11, probably 10s. The way they had them set up, probably 10s. This is almost a 12-second car. This is like night and day for actual excitement. And the Hellcat the torque in that was painful. I mean, you literally, they launched you. You got up to about 70 miles an hour, and then you had to brake and turn. It was scary fast. And so when they got Mo Party, they should be there, and I'll see if I can do ride along, and do the and do that, and hear the Temu BMW, because I'm just curious what they're going to do for it, and if the cars can actually handle. Because the Hellcats, they literally, all they did was cool the tires down, and they kept on beating the hell out of these cars for hours on end. I want to see how often they have to brake, because I don't think these turbo cars can take that type of beating, especially if it's hot out. The turbo cars can't take a beating when it's hot. You're going to break something.
Right.
Let's see, Tony. Sedans sell, but they don't want to take the slim profit. At this point, they should take any type of profit. Dodge is not profitable.
I believe it was Meyer Lansky, a very good accountant in a certain organization out there. I believe Meyer Lansky said you never go out of business for making any profit, and these people are not doing that.
So Sky Spectre always bringing the deep thought. So it was like a rocket burst. Yeah, actually, it was actually scary. You literally had to rest your head against a headrest, because if you didn't, your head would get snapped. I mean, it gets snapped back hard. That car launched. It had prepared tires on it that were cooled, and literally they had a launch area, and this thing would just hook up and actually slam you into the seat. I one of the funnest things I've ever did. And then they did donuts with it, and I mean, if you got motion sickness, this was not good for you. But that car was fun. I would own one just to beat the hell out of it, but I would know never as a collector. It's just a car that you beat the hell out of, because that's what it is. But yeah, it was probably one of the more impressive things. I think I have a video of it somewhere on my channel. It was actually scary. I was like, oh my God. I'm just like, wow. But I don't see this new Charger thing doing that to me. I don't see it making me go, wow, because I've ridden in fast BMWs. That's an inline 6 that actually is fast. Yeah. And I don't think it's going to impress me like those cars do. And they don't sound, this car sounds like a lawnmower. I don't know how you do that with an inline 6, make it sound so bad, but they found a way to make an inline 6 sound terrible. I don't even know anymore. I don't. So let's get into this. So we, last week, Fluno dropped us with some, let me remove you because you suck. He dropped us with a wonderful saying. I even forgot what it was.
I said they're going to be as underwater in that car payment as the prototype car in the Andrea Doria.
Exactly.
The Mystique or whatever we keep forgetting. The NORAD or whatever it was called.
I forgot what nobody knows the name of the car.
The Neptune.
It's at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean or Andrea Doria. That's all we know.
Yes, one made.
So this is my little list I made. I actually made a little PowerPoint.
There we go.
So just with car things. So like this is my old one, the Deuce and a Quarter. That's a Buick 225.
Yeah,
that was a model in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And the Norseman, of course, Tony Imperial knows.
Norseman, thank you. Yeah, there we go. We'll eventually remember this.
The Deuce. Now, see, the Deuce is not to be confused with Deuce and a Quarter, because Deuce is Henry Ford's second. Right. So, like when you watch Ford versus Ferrari, they talk about the Deuce all the time. The Deuce
Yes,
was.
I love it. I love that
Henry
scene.
Ford.
I was crying. It's great. Wonderful movie.
The Deuce was Henry Ford's grandson, and he acted like Henry Ford. You did not piss the Deuce off.
Yeah.
He fired Iacocca. Iacocca had made the Mustang, and he fired him in the 70s because he's like, I'm done with you. Because he didn't want to do things the Ford way. So that was just the great time.
I want to add real quick is that the Deuce and a Quarter, the Buick 225 used the Electra line. It really was in its original form 225 inches long. It really was. Now, as time went on, things went back and forth, but they just kept it because it became such a nomenclature on there. So yeah, oh, here we go. Yeah, yes. So
the Deuce and a Quarter.
Exactly.
So yeah, the Mopar. Now everybody asks what Mopar means. It actually means motor parts. It literally means that's all it means is motor parts.
God.
It was on the boxes in the 30s, and they had motor parts, and it was capital M and capital P. And then basically it just like, hey, you got any of that Mopar? So that's how it ended up being this. And then of course we always just go, it's motors of power and reliability. But it actually just means motor parts.
Right.
My favorite, found on road dead, Ford.
Not first on race day? First on race day? There we go.
My from New York, from my 80s youth, the IROC Camaro, and we always had it was IROC, so it's Italian retard out cruising.
Yeah, we could say that back then too.
We say it now.
Yeah.
I always liked the Chevy SS, especially in the 80s. It was the standing still or the super slow. Because the Monte Carlo SS may be the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. F on race day. F only runs downhill. Ford. BMW, broken most weeks. Or break my wallet. Or break my wallet, BMW. This was actually said at when Chrysler was going to merge with Fiat in the 90s. This was actually said at a meeting. Fix it again, Tony. Fiat.
Yeah.
Big money waste. Yeah. BMW. Government Motors. GM. Yeah. General mistakes. GM. Garbage Motors, GM.
Oh, man.
I have no love for General Motors. I've never owned one.
No, I know.
Don't ever want to own one.
Nope. They do nothing for it. It's so sad.
Farfignugan, what you say when working on a Volkswagen.
That's right. Farfignugan.
Farfignugan.
Yeah.
Because I never could figure out what it's supposed to mean, like fun of driving. No.
Driving pleasure. Far is Farfignugan. You're driving pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. If you've ever worked on a Volkswagen, you know there's no pleasure.
That's why they're able to exit on the Autobahn. I'm not joking. And an Ausfahrt because you're out driving. Yes. You're an Ausfahrt. Ausfahrt. Mm-hmm.
On the hook, coming in on a tow truck. We always use that when I worked at the gas station. Oh, we got one coming in on the hook.
Well, that's funny because that's what the HD 4100, the hook can tell.
20-cent motors. I use General Mess.
Yes. That's the truth.
Far from puking.
Puking. Far from puking.
Yes, I've heard this one. Mostly old parts and rust. Yes, that is actually true also.
Oh, it's terrible.
But it's true. I can't even argue with it. On a rocket, when a salesman sends someone home with a car to try, because they're coming back on a rocket.
I never heard that one. Actually,
oh, you never heard that one? Oh, I sold Mercuries. We would give somebody a car, like for they were previous customer. We give them a car for like a couple days to try.
Right.
Yeah, they're coming back on a rocket.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You had the paperwork ready. You literally had all the paperwork
Mercury's ready. And back then, that was probably a very old time, more of that older era of customers too.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, you would do this type of stuff, and they would come in.
This is great.
Mopar, move over Plymouth, approaching rapidly. Yeah, so lit up like a Christmas tree. I had this happen to my BMW. It's when the dash completely lights up for no apparent reason, or every reason, like the whole car is dying. Oh my god. In my family, I like to use Old Norwegian. Thinks it's a Cadillac.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Moving tin, selling cars.
There we go. Moving tin, moving metal. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Gotta move tin. Poor old Norwegian. Yeah, I know you're going at. Yes, we can use that. We can say Norwegian.
Yeah, sounds great.
Slammed when a car is lowered to almost the ground.
Yep.
I see slam cars all the time. Fart can. A cheap sounding muffler on an import, usually a 4-cylinder.
Yes, on a Civic with a wing.
A Civic, and it's usually on a Civic.
Wing. Jeez.
Two-stepping goes with fart can. This is when you intentionally make your car backfire out the exhaust.
That's great. Yeah, that's wonderful for everything.
Yeah, but I hear this. I have a guy that drives by my house every day at 7:00, and he two-steps every time when he gets past my house because there's a light up ahead. There's a light near my house, and I can hear him two-stepping. So we call him Mr. Two-Step.
Okay.
Frame off restoration. Removing body from a separate frame, impossible on any Mopar car. So if somebody tells you they did a frame off on a Charger, they're either stupid or lying, because it's a unibody car. It's all one piece. So that's frame off restoration. It's basically for Chevy products.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally who
you can't do it on T-Birds and Lincolns from 58 to 69 either.
Nope, that's a Chevy thing. It's a Chevy term. Lead sled. Yep. Any 50s car that had the roof cut down and lowered. Lead was what they actually used to fill in the body seals. They didn't have Bondo, so they actually melted in lead to actually be able to make the car do that. Auto tragic. How I describe a sports car with an automatic.
Nice.
Auto tragic. Every time I see a E30, BMW from the 80s with a stick automatic in it, it's, oh my god, an auto tragic. It's a shame. It's a waste of a car. 20-cent motor. You have to do a lot of welding to get a Mopar frame off. Yeah. You're cutting a lot. Deuce Coupe. That's a 32 Ford. If anybody was ever curious, you didn't know about that. It's a 32 Ford.
Mm-hmm.
3 on the tree. A 3-speed column shift.
We talked about that. Yep.
A rock crusher. That's a Muncie 4-speed.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that is actually, it's called a rock crusher because it was literally it was indestructible, but to drive it was like a truck.
Sure.
It was like a truck transmission, so it was rock crusher. Trips, 6-pack, 6-barrel, 3 2-barrel carburetors. Now Chrysler, Dodge, and Plymouth had different names for it. So for Dodge, it's a 6-pack. For Chrysler, for Plymouth, it's a 6-barrel.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they and actually, I think Chrysler, if you ended up getting it on a Chrysler, I think they use 6-barrel also, because there actually are instances where there is Furies with 6 barrels on them.
And I believe Pontiac was called like a tri-pack or tri something. I think they used the word tri. I think GM used tri.
Yeah. For General Motors and Ford, they usually say it has trips.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they just go trips. And the thing is, when Grand Spalding Dodge did the conversions on the Demons, the A bodies with the 340s in them, they actually used the Ford carburetors because the Ford ones are mechanically linked, and it was easier to do a modification on them. With green onions. Pink slip or slip. Yeah. That's the title of the car. The titles of cars used to be printed on pink paper. That's why you're racing for slips. You're racing for pink slips. Tri-Power. Yeah, Tri-Power.
Tri-Power. That's it. Tri-Power.
Yep. And Lemon, a horrible car. Also, a Citroen. I actually rented a Citroen, which is lemon in French.
Really? Oh,
yeah. Power shifting. We actually had questions about that. Not using a clutch on a stick while racing. literally just jamming it, getting your RPMs back or jamming it in gear.
Wow.
It's very violent, and it's also not recommended to do very much. 150 shot. That's a nitrous oxide injection that adds about 150 horsepower. Simple. Oh my God, Sky Spectre, 68 Camaro, 6-cylinder torque drive. Wow. Oh my God. It's a nice car to cruise in. You get good fuel economy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fun.
Stump puller. That's a high torque car. Yeah. A hoopty. A junk car. Yep. A hoopty is a junk car.
Yep.
So actually now they use.
There was a kid's book, like a little golden book about Hesperus. As a kid, I grew up hearing about, that's a real Hesperus, like a same thing as the hoopty, like the junker car that made it, home, and everyone loved Hesperus.
Yeah. Now they just call them rat rods.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's power shifting is not reducing the throttle. Yeah. It is literally no clutch, just foot to the floor, slamming gears. Yeah. Maybe I explained it. It's just literally, you're just slamming the gear. There's no lifting or anything. You're slamming. Correct. You're just slamming. That's how you shift. That's how you shift an A33 Chrysler. To get any speed out of it, you have to do that. Yeah. And it's violent. It's also scary. So yeah, it's very scary. A Screamer, that's a high revving engine. An Elephant is a 426 Hemi. Yep. Lord of Darkness, my favorite, Lucas Electric.
Yes, the Lord of Darkness. You don't hear that one too often anymore.
Yes, the Lord of Darkness, Lucas. That's why they drink warm beer in England, because they do Lucas Electronics in the refrigeration. Good and tight. That's a German for as tight as you can make it.
Yes.
The torque spec, right?
Yes, the good and tight.
Good and tight. Drop a quarter or $1. Now, this is an old 80s term. Like, or 80s, paying $250 or $1,000 for a car. Literally is how you'd say it. Like, I'd give a quarter for that, or give 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we used to talk about buying cars, because you could buy a car for less than $1,000.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. If it runs, it's a Triumph. Yeah. Don't you get it?
Yes, yeah.
The other one I saw for this is that I've actually heard it. If English think that's a Triumph, I hate to see what a failure is. More garbage from Britain, MGB. Those are terrible little cars. Aww. Easy to work on. Big effing hammer, BFH. BFH. That's why you ask her, what do you need? I need a BFH to get this in. Fire wrench, torch. Huh. I need the fire wrench for this one. Hit it, Gladys. Not hitting something hard enough. That was something always in the shop. Hit it, Gladys. Huh. This is a different one. The full Cleveland on that car, meaning fully loaded. Have you ever heard that? The full Cleveland?
A full Cleveland. No, actually.
I've heard the Cleveland Steamer, but I've never heard
I think I've heard, that's slang in general, but not so much for cars. A full Monty, that's what I've always heard.
Yeah, the full Monty, yeah. So one wheel wonder, a car with an open differential. So you do a burnout with only one tire, not two. Huh. Full of plastic, Bondo and car. Also, I saw in here, because I knew this was coming up, Bondo bucket, car with bad bodywork. Yeah, and this is what you see at any of those consignment places. Half those cars will be, full of plastic, Bondo buckets. Handles like it's on rails.
Yep.
That means you're not driving fast enough. Retail red, a poorly restored car painted red to hide issues. This is also something you will see at one of those consignment places and at auctions. That's why I always am very weary when cars aren't painted original colors, because I'm wondering what you're hiding.
Right. And because the piggyback, no sale blue. And yes, I know I have a very dark blue, like nocturne blue car, but anything in that spectrum of like silvery blue, we don't really see them too often anymore, but that was always considered a no sale blue. They always sell in the lots.
Yeah.
Think of like an 85 Oldsmobile Cutlass. That's that
Okay.
blue. You know what I'm saying? That blue we're talking
Oh,
about.
that's awful. That just I have to get that thought out of my head.
Right.
Yeah. So, but this is why I have a real issue. Like any car that's painted a different color,
right,
and it's brighter than the original color, that means you're hiding something because you get mesmerized by the brightness, and you don't notice that like the body panels don't line up.
Correct. No, it's
this
true.
is a big thing. Motor purrs like a kitten. Yeah. That's a good one. I'm trying to think. Yeah, my Charger's more like that than the BMW. My BMW Idol sounds like friggin' it's on life support.
No.
Well, it's just has so much cam in it. It doesn't idle well.
Right.
A flipper special, a poorly fixed car sold at a good car price. Yes. Also, you'll see these at consignment. And these cars are real obvious because like the paint's still wet. And I'm not kidding. Like literally, I've seen cars where the paint is still kind of tacky in areas because they still haven't finished it. Yeah. This one is always one. It's like, yeah, it's a flipper special. Yeah, if it's not right, paint it white.
Sure.
Yeah. That's another color they use. They use red or they'll use white.
Yeah.
Because those are colors that hide things. Like black is a hard color to do that in because any mistake will like scream at you in a black car. So
that's why even like my car, which is technically blue, technically platinum, it's such a light, especially when the sun hits it. And again, at 60, almost 60 years old, it's going to have blemishes. But guess what? You really don't notice them because it's. But if my car was a black car, boy, you could see, battle wounds over the years.
Flippers used to be a large part of my ad business. I bet they are because man, they're looking for is the next sucker.
Sure.
I literally all they're looking for, and honestly, flippers. To be very honest, at this point, flippers have gotten worse because we have the internet now. The internet has actually made the situation so much worse. You thought it would make it better, but because they can market to far places where people don't know who they are, they can really, get a lot of fish out there. Like honestly, I almost feel like that Chrysler 300 was a flipper car. It just had too many problems with it to be somebody to actually, to be, not a flipper car, like something with somebody trying to get rid of. And on I see too many of this now. And now consignment places are great places to hide flippers because you don't know the owner. It goes to the consignment place, and the same flipper can send 5 cars there where they did half-ass work. And you don't know that the same guy did 5 cars, but they're all there and they all have all different levels of issues that if you're not smart, you're going to end up buying a car with lots of issues. It used to be you had to buy an ad. Now they can just go to a consignment place. I have a place by me, it's Street Side. I'm not saying they do anything wrong, but I go this place named Street Side. And you can look in there, you can see the cars that are being ready for flip. And now they can just go in there, make an arrangement with the owner of the place. They get a cut, they market the car, they sell it. So, I mean, the flipper, they're not on the hook for anything except whatever the hell they put in the car. The advertising of the car now, Flute, I'm talking about how the flippers are now using these consignment places because now you're not on the hook.
Right. Well, I sent you a video. I sent you that video, and a lot of them look nice. And there was even a Rally 72 in there.
Yep.
That's a different kind of consignment. They're all in consignment. Absolutely.
Yes. Because you go in the consignment place, and it's usually not good. And you more than half the cars are flippers in there. I mean,
sure.
You could just look at the build quality. Yeah. You're looking at and I'm explaining that literally a flipper can have 10 cars in there and you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't see the owner of the car.
Nope.
And you don't know they're owned by the same person.
Right.
Unless you do due diligence on the car and find out who owns it. Because otherwise you're going to end up, and that's part of the, my whole 5 mistakes. That is literally part of due diligence on that car.
Well,
and you would be surprised.
Carvana will just piggyback a little bit, but will full circle it. You're not, like you said earlier, if you're on the internet, you're looking at these great pictures, which of course we can't, clean up at all ever. No one would ever do that.
No, you can't do that at all.
Never put a filter, on anything. You're buying from thousands of miles away or whatever.
Correct.
500 miles away, doesn't matter. You said it's actually become a lot more criminal, for that word to screw people over like that.
Yeah. Painting engine inside engine bay, Craigslist rebuild. Yeah.
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 That's like a VGG thing. Yeah. Craigslist rebuild.
Yeah. So, a county mountie, county police.
5-0.
That's the police or a Ford 302. The bubble gum, the lights on top of a cop car. A lot of people don't know that anymore. Right. The bubble gum. Plain white wrapper. Now it's an unmarked police car or M&M. Depends. But yeah, it's like you can see and actually the thing is the police have gone away from plain white wrappers now.
Yeah.
Where they actually use like black cars. And I think in Tampa they're using a Challenger that is it's green. So they're like doing all sorts of things. Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully those steel wheels and the yellow plate don't give anything away. Ever.
No. A roller. That's also a police car, roller. Fuzz, yeah. Lajara is the Spanish word for it. I remember that in New York. We used to go Lajara.
My dad had a fuzz buster. That was his first radar detector, a fuzz buster. And a roller is also a Rolls Royce.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, love this one. Late night quick looking to review square headlights. Yeah, because all the cop cars had square headlights because they were newer. Yep. Oh yeah, I didn't get to sleeper. Slow looking car that's super fast. Sleepers are the best cars in the world to have because no one knows what you have until you actually can show them. And by the time you show them, they are kind of taken off guard. I actually saw. Get back to I actually there was a guy with he had a newer Challenger, and what he did, it was a black car, and it had black wheels on it, right? Just no striping, no nothing, just a black car, window tint, black car. He had the 6.4 Hemi in it, and he went out and he bought the supercharged kit for the car. No outside markings on the car, no nothing. Full exhaust on the car. Could not tell at idle that the car had anything. The drag slicks on the back, the Mickey Thompsons, that's a giveaway, but if you're not looking, you don't see it. And so he's like, yeah, I love having this car. This car runs in the 10s. And you would never know by looking at it. It literally looked like a 6-cylinder. He even had he had the other hood on. He had the Hellcat hood, but 6 cylinders came with that because the hood was an option on any Challenger. So, but it's all black, so who cares? With no spoilers, no nothing. That is a sleeper. That is the definition of a sleeper. I mean, because you just go, oh, okay, and then oh my god. My uncle had kind of had a sleeper. He had a 55 Ford with a 68 390 in it, with a C4, C4, C6, yeah, C6, yeah. No, it had a C6. Otherwise, it'll blown to C. And it had 390 gears in it. That is a sleeper. This thing was fast. I mean, this was a fast car. Had crap brakes, but boy, was it fast.
Well, it's funny. That's actually how they made the 08 era Bullitt Mustang. It literally looked like the V6.
Yep.
And, dark green, all, badging aside, it really looked, it looked like a base model V6 of that era. And instead, it was actually like 320 horsepower, more than a GT with less stuff on it.
Right. Yeah, and that's a factory sleeper. And there have been a lot of factory sleepers.
Sure.
You know, the people there are like coronets out there, or coronet RTs, where they actually opted not to get any of the striping on the car.
Sure.
And honestly, it looks like just a regular coronet. You just go, okay, and then you try to run against it, and it actually disappears on you. So that's the factory sleepers. Chrysler had a few of them. Yeah. Not as many as I guess Ford did a lot more.
Ford had a few. I can't think of its name now, but there was like, oh my God, I wish I could remember the actual name, but it looked so base. I mean, true hubcaps, no frills. I think it was like a pillared sedan. I mean, a two-door. It was like really cheap looking, and it's the Thunderbolt.
Okay, the Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
But I mean, that to me is like when you just have a car that no one can see that it's going to be really, really fast. That's like, that's where it really is at, because
that's fun. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you can smoke somebody, and they go, "Oh, what the hell just hit me?"
Oh, right.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to see if I had a picture of that Challenger. I guess I don't. No, I have a lot of other cars. I don't have that. I have a lot of cars on in my feed. No. Yeah. So yeah, where can you use it? Actually here in Florida, if you're not on one of the main highways, there are places to do these things.
Yeah.
There are places, don't worry. Just don't be an idiot and do it on the highway, because you will go to jail. I mean, that's just the way we are now. It's terrible. Yeah, so look at this. This guy, he has relatives from Luxembourg. Isn't that where people hide money? He has to catch a replay.
That's Switzerland, right?
Yeah, no, Luxembourg also, same thing.
I'm sure they do. All those city states, Monaco.
Yeah, 7-liter Galaxy. Yes, that was absolutely a sleeper car, with the 429 in it.
Yeah.
My uncle actually had an ultimate sleeper. My uncle had a lot of cool cars. I wish he had kept this. He had a 1971 Torino 4-door cop car with a 429 police interceptor in it. This car was scary.
Yeah, you could do stuff like that. Think about that. You could option things up and be normal looking.
He actually bought it from a police auction.
Oh, okay.
And this car, you could actually light the tires up going from a light, burn them through the intersection, shift the second gear, and still be burning the tires while rolling. This car would actually light the tires up driving down the highway. If you stomped on it, it would smoke the tires going down the highway. That 429, whatever the police did to that engine, holy Christ, that was
a great engine.
I mean, they tuned this thing to 12. I mean, that was a car I wish you had never. I mean, there's so many at least you get. But that one for a Ford, I mean, hell, I mean, just leave it the way it is and just go match racing with it. You just embarrass people.
Well, unfortunately, 2 years later, people had to go by their license plates to get gasoline. So, unfortunately,
I know. Well, yeah,
that's buzzkill going on.
That's why that car.
True. That's what happened.
That's why that car went away.
Yep.
He got it. How old was I? I think I was like, it was in the mid-70s. He got that car. So yeah, it was right before the second gas crisis.
Right, for the second one.
And I know he bought another. He had a Toyota Celica in the 74 because he got rid of the Super B because he just couldn't afford to put gas in the Super B anymore or insure it. And then he bought the Celica, and then that got hit by a bus. And then he went and he started buying cars at auction. Then in 79, he went out and he bought another Celica because it's just no.
Yep.
No, you're joking. There's an Australian Falcon called the Superee.
That's great. That's awesome. Oh my gosh.
Do they actually have like a kangaroo on it? Because that would be absolutely
yes.
That would be absolutely probably that'd be Oh, Jesus wept. No. They do. They actually do. There's a kangaroo on this. You I can't believe I can't believe this.
The stuff
hold
we
on.
learned from the folks down
Barry,
there.
yeah, Barry, hold on. We're gonna remove and then we're gonna go off on a tangent. That is a kangaroo.
That is great.
That is a kangaroo on there. That is 100% a kangaroo. Yeah, that's a kangaroo with a motor. That is literally
so
ripping
cute.
off the Superee.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
With those great wheels on it. That's so era.
I want one of these stickers. Now I want one of these. I want a Superee.
That whole sticker together is just great. And here's what's funny. That GT logo is what Mustang went on back in 05. It's with a connection like that. That's really cool.
Wow. Holy mackerel.
That is great.
Because I'm going to show you, wait, the oh, good Lord. Because here, wait, this, you can actually get the decals.
Oh.
This is insane. I want these decals. Rare Spares Australia. Oh my God. They're expensive.
Yeah.
They are $40 Australian. What's that like? That is like $6.50 American or something. Oh my God! Look at that!
Wow, and the font is so cool.
Everything about this is cool.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. But I'm going to show you. This is what they copied. Original logo. Yeah, because this is the original Superee. This is the original Superee.
Yeah.
So they copied the original Superee. And that actually became part of the Scat Pack. Because they just that and the B with the helmet on it would be there. Yeah, Twister was the Tasmanian Devil. Yes. But I want one of these. I want one of these so bad.
That's so cool.
And they're on back order.
Of course.
Good Lord, though. The Superee. Look at this, man.
With the 5-spoke rim and everything. That's so cool.
Who said that Ford was just a fuddy-duddies? Holy mackerel, that's awesome.
No, they used to have their fun.
With G Canada saying the Superee ripped off the Superee. Oh, please. No. I'm sorry. No.
But back then, companies didn't care if you quasi ripped them off. For example, there was, I believe, a Plymouth Suburban like 15 years after
it was a station wagon.
Suburban. Yeah, it was a station wagon. And neither company cared if you called it the same thing. They're like, all right. The carryall, like the Chevy was called the carryall.
To basically go and piss on G Canada's fire there. 1969. The Falcon came the Superee. The Superee was introduced in 1968, January 1968 to be exact.
That's such a simple looking car too, to have all that coolness on it.
Yeah. Well, they had to do something because
look at those Ford. Mustang hubcaps.
There it is. There's the Superee.
God, that's so almost quasi I don't know, British meets BMW meets. That's not.
It's Australia.
Well, I know, but it's just really cool how they really converted an American. That's great.
More Superee.
I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. That's nice.
That's that traditional. That's upright. The upright Ford headlights.
Yeah. A few years. Yeah, it's like an LTD. Mm-hmm. Mid-60s.
Yes. Creates a Superee. Yeah.
The Superee.
Yeah, the Super Duty went from Pontiac because that used to be the high performance cars to
the
Ford trucks because now they're Super Duties. Ed Rooney, I think there were 3 or 4 different Suburbans. Yeah. If General Motors doesn't just own that name, there usually is a station wagon, was the Suburban.
Yeah, the Suburban carryall, but they were the first to kind of use it, and then Plymouth, I believe, in the late 40s came out with it. Then I'm sure some others trickle around, but either way, nobody cared if you had, certain names to share around a little bit. It's kind of generic in a way,
Yeah, it is. Well, it's a very. That's what's so funny about freaking General Motors is that the Suburban is such a generic name for something.
Yeah,
it's like, really.
I believe their first year officially was like 37 or 38, something like that.
G Canada was actually a fact. It's a fact. The first year that car is a 69. It's literally
wow. He got fake news. Fake. That's fake.
You realize every mid-sized Ford in North America never sold, right? The Fairlanes, all those never sold. They really didn't.
What? They were very popular cars. The Fairlanes and stuff. Overall,
performance.
Like no, I mean general.
Yeah, but I mean, they sold a lot of Coronets and a lot of Belvederes too. But that's not a. I mean, it's not.
But they weren't performance cars to begin with.
Could they be less sexy? What's an Australian that's a sexy car?
I don't know. I think that was pretty Euro. That's pretty cool 70s Euro to me.
It is. It's Australia. They had different rules, which is cool.
Yeah, somehow we screwed ourselves.
We screwed ourselves, and then we got the Pinto. We got the Pinto. Literally, we got the Pinto.
Yeah. In other quality
products. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Let's remove this. Let's go back to this. Let's go. Boom, boom. I'm almost done with these. A local yokel, police in small town.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is for Tony Imperial. That's actually one of his cars. Beautiful. A land yacht. This is a giant car from the 60s through 80s. That was the era of the land yacht.
What's funny is people, look how massive this and that. Your truck is longer than my Lincoln, and I have the land yacht somehow. These massive vehicles we have, and yet nobody. I'd far have that any day over like an Escalade. Obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously. But yeah, my truck is 230 inches long.
10 inches longer than my car.
200. It's massive. I mean, it's so much bigger than my Charger. It's massive. It's massive.
Think about that, right?
Parking it is a miserable thing.
Yeah. What's your wheelbase on that? Like 131?
Yeah, it's 131.
Okay.
I have a 6.5 foot bed. I have a 6.5 foot bed.
I mean, this is funny to think about.
My wheelbase on that car is almost as big. On a truck is almost as big as my BMW.
Sure. Yeah.
The BMW, the E30 is only 170 inches long.
Nice. Yeah.
Total.
Yeah,
With bumpers.
Right.
With bumpers, it's 170 inches long. It's like being in a toy car. The Pinto is still better than Vega. Actually, the Pinto engine is still living today. Let's never forget that 4-cylinder is still being used today. The architecture's still there. That original 4-cylinder is still using it. So yeah, that's what we got from the Pinto. Yeah. That and the shifter. Everybody used the Pinto shifter in their hot rod because it was cool looking. Oh my God, Sky Spectre has broken ribs. Oh my God. This may be dangerous then. Ricer, a Japanese car with ridiculous modifications. Yeah. I've seen some bad Ricers in my life. I don't even know if they have Ricers down in Australia, in New Zealand. But it is maybe the saddest thing. Yeah, they used the Vegas steering box, but they used the Mustang 2 front end for rack and pinion, which also is just.
And they used the Versailles. They used a Versailles with the layout for the 4-wheel disc brakes.
Yeah. So let's see. let's just show you what I really mean about a Ricer.
You don't see them as much as you used to. Like
no, thank God.
With those Euro lights and all that stuff going on.
It has been
the Bart can with it. Honda with a wing. You're good to go for at least 10 horsepower.
Yeah. This is here we go. This is literally oh God.
With the canted wheels.
Here we go. Here, this is Ricer. This is Ricer 101 right here. Remove and then add to stage. That is Ricer 101 right there.
Yeah, nice Integra.
Yeah, was a nice Integra.
Was
until you put the Euro mirrors on it. You put the gills.
Jeez.
The fake hood scoop. The other intake scoop.
Right.
The giant ridiculous wing that you
fast
lost 3 miles.
Yeah, which you don't need on a front wheel drive. Okay.
Yeah. The extra spoilers.
Yeah.
The body cladding.
All that added weight, right?
Yeah.
The go fast sticker on top.
Oh yes, always that. You have to have You have to have like pods up here. You gotta have like all your little pods.
I forgot about that. Oh yeah, with all your gauges.
You gotta have pods with all the gauges in it.
Yeah, because you need those.
Yeah, and then you always have camber on. You usually have camber on these cars. And then this is that. Oh my god. Yeah, that's ricey. Here we go.
With my busy schedule.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay.
It's easy to let nutrition fall through the cracks.
It sure is.
Is that?
There we go.
There,
oh
that's
my God.
That's rice right there.
Wow. I love the Countach's body cladding.
Yeah.
Why would this even happen?
Oh no! Why? No!
Oh, this is terrible.
And of course, this website's horrible too.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, that is Ricers.
Yeah, we can. There we go. That's good.
And we've had our Ricers.
We've had our enough. The NSX. Why would they ruin that?
Because they're morons.
Well, it might have been a shitty car.
It could have been a shitty. Underwater, when someone owes more than the car is worth. Yes,
right.
This is what
That's
started
how
it all.
Started this. Yes, you're underwater.
An inspection port. This is when a hole is blown in a block of an engine, usually by a rod or the piston itself. But yeah, we call those inspection ports. They're not supposed to be there.
Like holes here, forward ankle coolers.
Piston kissing the valves. This isn't sexual. This is basically when the pistons hit the top of hit the head, and this do massive amounts of carnage. And finally, a boat anchor, a badly damaged engine, or a really slow car.
Yeah,
that was it. That was it. Oh yeah, moving chicane, a bus. That's what I call buses. Moving chicanes, because all they do is slow you down.
Interesting.
And here we go, a turd. And
yeah,
there it is.
You're right.
Citation, a turd, a really awful car.
No, isn't that a Chevette? No, it's a Citation. Yeah, you're right.
It's a Citation. It's the turdiest of turds.
A turd. That's great. Yeah.
It's a tide.
Yeah. A beater. It's like that. It's like
Gee, Canada. I've seen hideous Ricers for 35 years here. It must be it's a big imbecile pastime in Canada.
Yeah, well, America holds the beer too.
I don't know. I've seen some stuff down here in Florida. It's like hold my beer. Like,
you just want to ask someone, did you spend money? I mean, really, my friend always said a long time ago, did you actually spend cash on this thing you've done?
Yeah. Well, that, and when you see them holding body panels on with zip ties, that's usually.
We won't go to. That's just amazing. I mean, classic car, like, I had your exact car. Oh, I'm sure you did. Yeah.
Let's see, Barracuda. They have a sexy Falcon, the XA Falcon hardtop, the Mad Max one. Yeah, that's what they based the Mad Max car on.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Buddy Carafano. I had a crew cab square body. Oh dear, look, 8-foot bed. Holy Christ! Registered with the Coast Guard. So yeah, that's a big truck.
Nice. That's what Dan's got. I mean, not an 8-foot, but
I have run out of terms. I mean, there may be more. We can
think of some more for round 2 next week.
Yeah, we can throw some more in next week. Did you buy it this way? Yeah, that's always what I question with the Ricers.
I mean, I have some that are not really. I don't know. Video friendly.
I have some that are definitely not. I know some not YouTube. I have ones that aren't YouTube friendly.
Yeah, I mean, I can say like, no. Well, like I said,
no,
nothing like that kind of unfriendly. But I mean, as in, someone comes in, you're like, dude, how did the deal go? No, that's a real roach.
Yeah, roach.
You all can figure. Yeah, it's like no.
Yeah, roach is pretty. That's a pretty common term. When something just literally looks like it like it should be infested. It's so roached
I'm not
out.
talking about the car. I'm talking about the buyer. But that's okay.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say. I was like, no, real. That's terrible. Oh goodness.
Oh my
Here we
God.
go.
A friend in high school had a X11 Citation. He thought it was fast. It must have felt fast because he could never stop it. Or the brakes would just slam on him.
Hey, you know what? That appearance pack in an 82, it really, I mean, I watched a whole video on this car. It was like, wow, you get a lot for your money.
Yeah, actually, he did do really well with the interior. The interior in that car is very nice on a 300G. But, yeah, he did that because he actually used to be in the clothing manufacturing. And so he knows how to do that type of stuff. But the car actually had musty interior.
It's got garage bouquet.
Yeah.
Garage bouquet.
He actually had to take the carpet out. He took the carpet out and brought it to a car wash. That's how bad it was. I literally would run away from this. This is what I mean. This is the car. You just go.
Yeah, man.
You just turn around. You walk around. You don't say anything to the seller. You just walk out the door and get in the car and drive away. You don't say anything else.
I have a garage bouquet in the Z3 because a convertible and the Lincoln. It's always been there. But if I'm
he said this was funk. This was funk in there.
Now, you know what adds to a lot of funk in those cars? Because like a 50s Lincoln especially, the steering wheel plastic, whatever they made, that literally, if you go to a Mark II and you take a whiff of the steering wheel, it literally smells like a portalet. It's just the plastic degrading. Sorry.
I had to keep that water in.
Sorry, no, but it's true that you go to like a 50s
portalet.
car, any 50s car for the most part, the steering wheel plastic as it degrades.
Mine
has an aroma. It's terrible.
They hadn't perfected plastic at that point.
No, they really hadn't.
They really did. I mean, plastic was like a new thing at that point.
My friend's 55 Dodges literally become like broken glass.
And you know what? And the best of all, how do you find a replacement for that? Oh, that's right. You don't.
You don't.
You don't. It doesn't exist.
No, now he has just now his unsafe steering wheel is all metal, not just a horn ring.
This is where 3D printing might actually be kind of helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah, because otherwise, because I mean, I know that the metal ones now are $10,000, so we're getting closer to almost being affordable.
That's a good thing. Okay.
They used to be 20. Okay. So their price is coming down in 3D printers, but yeah, that's the only thing that's going to save those 50s, those weird 50s and 60s cars.
Yeah,
is the 3D printing of stuff, because there's stuff on the 300 that is not made. You know what's not made on that 300? The washer bag. They don't make that. No one redoes it, and if you find an original, it's $300 for a bag.
Yeah, and it might even hold anything in it. Lincoln's use those too, but those are far more replicated.
Oh my God! So a new Dodge 1500 Limited cost 175,000 to 185,000 New Zealand pesos.
What the?
Remember, that's New Zealand pesos.
Yeah, but still.
Well, do you know how much one of them are here?
Probably about 95,000, right?
Damn near that. Yes. Yeah.
So
it's a limit. Yeah, and of course, though, there's $15,000 off because it's a Ram.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, heck, Lariats, average around close to $70,000.
They're 70 now, and Ford is changing the Lariat. They're changing the way they're doing the packaging. I don't know if it's good or bad. I haven't actually built one.
I just can't even fathom.
I can't either.
even fathom buying any of these.
I was mind numbed on my truck. The sticker on my truck was $52,000.
Yeah.
I didn't pay anywhere near that.
Ago. No, I know.
I paid nowhere near that.
No.
And I felt like I spent a lot of money, but I'm like, you know what? It's still reasonable. It was still reasonable at that point. But, but now, pickup trucks are $70,000 and up, because that's really where you are if you're buying anything that's not for work, because especially with Ram, the Ram literally has nothing for work trucks because everything's 4 doors. Let's see. Ram specs, MSRP, and more. Holy Jesus. Are you serious? All right, so this is the limit. Okay. I gotta share this. This is insane. This will make you just like want to puke. Come on, there it is. Here it is. This is what a RAM is. No, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's a turd. Yeah.
It's a turd, but no. Here it is. 76,405 base price.
That's a base.
No options, no shipping, no nothing. Yeah, there we are. Starting. And that's owing to 5.7 bed. Now, if you put a real bed on it, it's 76,705. There's incentives, of course, because it's a RAM. So you have to have incentives because nobody's paying that price for a RAM. I mean, you're a fool if you pay a sticker. And it's thinking. $13,000 off.
Wow.
13 grand and no payment for 90 days.
Okay. Yeah.
So they
slap it at the end and you've got interest. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your RAM at $76,000.
63 grand with the 13 or 16 too.
So here's your destination. $3 grand. $3 grand to ship a truck. $3 grand.
Yeah, don't forget at least $1,000 dealer fee.
$80,000 to start.
Yeah.
Oh, and it has the Huracan. You don't even get a useful engine. You get a Huracan. The most it can tow. Oh dear, it can tow. See, 7,100. It can tow 9,000 pounds. That's embarrassing. My truck tows 14. Okay, cool. Wow. The Joe Garagiola rebate. Exactly. Wow. And that's not even the most expensive because they have tungsten. Here's the tungsten.
Jeez.
That is only a 5.7 bed, so it's a useless truck. $90,000. $90,000 RAM. There you go.
And they promote this like RAM. It's no big deal. Like, yeah, there you go.
90 grand with a short bed. Wow. You still only get a Huracan 6 and 23 speakers.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And it still can't tow anything. It could tow 10,000 pounds. Oh, 9,100. I'm sorry. 9,100 pounds. That's it. It could tow. That's all I could tow is 9,100 pounds.
Let's see the incentives on this.
The incentives are probably the same.
Similar,
yeah. Yep, 13.3.
Okay.
And no payments for 90 days.
Yeah, but that's just the interest. That's a gimmick. Customers, when you tell customers like, "Oh, your first payment's not for 45 days." Oh, it's great. And it kind of is. It kind of recoups, but it's just they have it all figured out. It's like,
yeah. But yeah, so the 13's a real rebate because that's money on the hood. But nobody. Yeah. So yeah,
it's not. I mean, honestly, it's a brand new truck should not even have close to that, but they have to
because it's overpriced. It's a RAM. I mean, this has the cheapest quality interiors you can put. Buddy Carafano, 23 speakers so you can't hear the motor explode. Actually, with them, it's the transmissions letting go.
Yeah.
They have valve buddy problems. So
and here's the sad part. I think it's actually a good looking truck. I like the actually wheels on it, the grill. Yeah. I mean, the other one looked better with the steel gray, but I think that's the sad part. There you go. I like the cool color combo with that.
They look good, but unfortunately,
I know it's again you've polished a turd. So
I mean, their RHO is only $75,000. Their high performance one.
Okay.
So that's depressing. It's depressing. They have nothing. They have. Here's your tradesman. This is your base truck.
Base truck.
40.
I'm sure the fuel economy and all of these are great too.
Oh no, they're not bad. 25. They're advertised 20, 25. This has the Pentastar. This has the Pentastar V6 in it. Yay.
The 3.7 V6.
3.6 V6 is absolute
V6,
garbage. All right, so Ford said I knew about they're phasing out the 2.7, and it's going to be a 3-liter turbo. I don't think it's not going to be 400. They're thinking it's going to be less than the 3.5, but more than the 2.7. The 2.7 was 3.25, and the 3.5's over 400, and it's the torque numbers. Let me see. Let me pull this up because it's like the 3-liter, because it's probably the same 3-liter that's in the Bronco, but it's gonna be detuned. F-150. Let's see. Yeah, because let's see. 3.5. Let's see if that had the horsepower. Yeah, so the 3.5 has like 500 foot-pounds of torque on it. So it's going to be somewhere less than that. It's probably going to be just less than the V8 also. It'll be less than the 302. So yeah, but the 2.7, I think it just didn't make any sense anymore.
Yeah,
because it's the same architecture as this bigger engine. So that's where we're gonna kind of be. I think it's just easier since they're already making them for the Broncos. It's just simpler. Getting rid of CAFE would be great if we actually had administrations that actually were serious about doing stuff to help people. Yeah, that'd be the first thing you should get rid of, and the EPA. Yeah. Those two things should be eliminated like in a day. There's no reason.
Well, like his original comment is that, and this is what the motor companies are doing, is that, hey, we can get all these loopholes to make gas guzzling trucks at no problem,
right.
But the cars have to make all these ridiculous numbers. So why make the cars when we can simply get around the rules and make still gas guzzlers? That's the real problem.
And that's why we have trucks.
Anymore.
Yeah, so that's why we only have trucks.
Exactly.
Because and SUVs because it got around CAFE standards.
Yeah.
So let me share this. Because this is why the Coyote is not the engine to get. Let me make this a little bigger. Because the 3.5 EcoBoost has 500 foot-pounds of torque. Mine is a little detuned from this. I think mine only has 490 foot-pounds of torque. 490. Now, just think about that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The 5-liter doesn't come anywhere near that. The 5-liter, I think, has a little over 400 foot-pounds. I mean, my truck, my truck has a lot more power than a 5.0. That's why I didn't get a 5.0. This has more usable power. So.
It's so funny to think this though, because in perspective, you have a truck that's made for truck stuff, right?
Yep.
My torque on my Lincoln, 340 gross horsepower.
Right.
465 foot-pounds of torque in that car, I believe, something like that, something ridiculous. And you're like, does it really need all this to get? And by the way, it's only 5,100 pounds. It's not
right.
that heavy.
Well, it makes it go a little bit better.
Oh no, I understand, but
that's a huge difference.
Cars were stump pullers, as we said earlier.
Yeah.
When a truck now, that's just amazing. Yeah, I think it was 465. I think it's. Like
I haven't had any turbo problems with mine. I have 126,000 miles on mine. 123,000. I don't have. Knock on wood. I've never had that problem.
Them or something.
No, the turbos never got rebuilt.
No, the transmission.
No. Transmission got rebuilt. It broke it.
Mm-hmm.
But all transmissions break now. But no, I never had. I've never had an actual real problem with the turbos. That's just the most reliable part of the engine.
Yeah.
Ford knows how to make turbos. Ford knows how to make turbos. They've been doing turbos since the 60s. They know turbos. So, yeah. F-150 doesn't need 400. Yes, it does. When you're towing a car in an open trailer up a mountain, you like having 490 foot-pounds of torque. trust me, you really, really need it when you're trying to pull up a mountain, because I actually go up when I go to the Mo Party. I go up a 7% grade. That's steep, and I'm able to keep highway speeds going up that hill.
With your trailer?
With the trail, with an open trailer and my charger on it.
Yeah.
The trailer weighs almost 2,000 pounds. The charger weighs 3,500. So I'm pulling close to 6,000 pounds. Plus I have gear and stuff, so I'm over 6,000 pounds, and I'm just hauling away, getting 15 miles to the gallon. So there's that. I'm getting 15 miles to the gallon.
Not bad at all.
Oh. Dennis, what did you think of the video? I was talked about it earlier. You missed it. The 550 horsepower, 265 Hemi V6, Hemi 6 Valiant at Bathurst. Yeah. With the muscle cars. It was absolutely insane. That car is fast. I mean, it's fast. Maybe I'll play it next week. I'll play a little clips from it, because they literally did have one of those. It is a real Hemi, that 225. It's scary. And going around Bathurst, it's nuts, because Bathurst is, it's hilly and it's curvy, and yeah, you got to be a real man to drive around there. So, yeah, but no, having the torque that I have in that, it really makes a huge difference on the truck. It does. It just really does make a huge difference. So, yeah. And that's why I don't have a 5.0. Plus 5.0 has cam phaser problems. They still can't freaking fix that. They still have the same problem. They can't fix it. Ford. So there's that. So I think we've covered a lot of ground.
Woo, a lot of coverage.
I know. I'm a little winded. So
good.
I thank everybody in the chat. I thank Fluno. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you for
everybody for always joining us.
Because I appreciate everybody that watches my video, likes my video, like this video. Please share this video. Share the replay of this video to your friends, because I think it's a little bit of fun. This is car fun. This is car guy fun stuff. Share it. And check out my video on the 5 mistakes and share that damn thing, because people are still making these things, and no one should be making these mistakes anymore. They really shouldn't, but they are. So any final words of wisdom there, Fluno?
Not too much. We won't get into it now. We'll next week we'll maybe share my we'll call it the heater core, Operation Heater Core. We'll talk about that next week. And I will next week share the when we have even some more car terms, I'll share my funny Hyundai experience. All's fine, but it's just sales stuff that I'm sure we'll have some topic we can jam it into. But no, great discussion tonight. Always love when we go a little off the rails, but something into the what's the right word? The what's that? The rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole. Yeah, we go in rabbit holes here.
We always learn something new about the land down under and some car there. So,
the
Superee. So
the Superee.
Yeah, like I said, remind me next week, and I'll give full updates of what happened. And how thankfully we didn't have to worry about the cell phone production. So yes, we're good. Thanks everyone for joining us.
Thank you everybody, and as always, if you have something cool, something fun, take it out. You'll make someone's day, and it will be your own. So we'll catch everybody really, really soon. If you liked what you saw, subscribe. If you didn't, thank you for watching to this point. And as always, if you have a cool car or something fun to drive, take it out. You'll make someone's day, probably your own.